Good evening and welcome to Sports Night in Auburn. I'm Mackenzie Collins.
And I'm Taylor Strohmeyer. Tonight we have a packed show full of Auburn sports. We have details on Auburn Soccer's win last night, a recap of Auburn Football's nail-biter win on Saturday, and we will preview their next game against South Carolina and more.
Auburn Soccer got back into action last night after not playing for 25 days. The Tigers beat the Ole Miss Rebels in a double overtime thriller, with freshman Anna Haddock making a big play to secure the win. Haddock set up a corner kick with less than 10 seconds on the clock, and the ball deflected into the back of the net off an Ole Miss defender to give the Tigers the win. The play was set up after Haddock tracked the ball into the far corner after a shot was knocked out past the inline by an Ole Miss defender with 22 seconds remaining. Haddock got off the left foot corner with 6 seconds left, and her teammates rushed to celebrate with her when they noticed the deflection won them the game. Haddock head coach Karen Hoppe and Sarah Houken spoke after the game, reflecting on the play and how much this win means to them.
Just really proud of this team. We knew obviously we had been out for a long time. We hadn't had our whole team except for one practice yesterday, and you couldn't tell in their performance. I thought the overall performance was excellent. We had a lot of chances, and really proud of them to stick with it to the last second and come out with a really valuable 3 points at home. I thought our midfield was outstanding, especially as young as we were. Anna Haddock and Hannah Wesh played a lot of minutes in that midfield, and that's a young group, but they were complemented obviously by some veterans and Olivia Dedels and Haley Whitaker and Rocio Sanders, and I thought they were great. They dominated. They were numbers down in the center midfield. We were still able to find our wide players and create a whole heck of a lot of chances.
It was a really hard-fought battle. We've been waiting 25 days to play again. Had that first season opener and didn't exactly get the result we wanted, but today we were going to come out and we fought. We fought for literally 110 minutes. I think it was down to the last 10 seconds. So it really paid off to see that go in and end in a win for us. I think we did a really good job winning the game through the midfield. We switched it through there a lot and had a lot of good counterattacks, switching the ball from side to side. And I think we really did a good job possessing the ball, and definitely something we can build on in the future.
It just feels great to get the win. Doesn't matter how it goes in, really. I think we dominated the whole game, so we really deserved it. And we're just glad to be back playing, glad to get a win. So I thought we did really well. We really only gave up 1 or 2 clean chances. Everybody did a really good job keeping it from corners, keeping no shots. So overall, defense did a great job.
While Auburn's offense controlled the game, Auburn's defense held it down as well. The Auburn defense and freshman goalie Maddie Prohaska held the Ole Miss scoreless, making this shutout the first of the freshman's career. 19 players saw action in Auburn's first game in 25 days, including 3 who played all 110 minutes and 11 who were on the field for 60 minutes or more. Redshirt freshman Marissa Arias and freshman Olivia Candelino made their Auburn debuts in the match against Ole Miss. This game was the second in a row of Auburn's matches to reach double overtimes. They tied Mississippi State on September 18th 1-1 after 2 overtimes. The Tigers will be back in action Sunday in Athens, where they will take on the Georgia Bulldogs at 5 p.m.
Auburn Soccer wasn't the only Auburn team who won a nail-biter recently. Auburn Football squeezed by on Saturday, defeating Arkansas 30-28. Kicker Anders Carlson is the hero of the game, making a 39-yard field goal with just 7 seconds left on the clock. Carlson's late-game heroics were huge for the Tigers since he missed a 34-yarder in the drive before. Eagle Eye's Hayden Healing has the story.
A rainy Jordan-Hare Stadium was the site for Saturday's SEC West battle between the Hogs and Tigers, as both teams looked to have a winning record going into Week 3. Auburn's special teams got the first score of the game as Barton Lester recovered a punt blocked by Jordan Peters in the end zone to put Auburn up 7-0. After an Anders Carlson field goal, Bo Nix extended Auburn's lead to 17 with a 15-yard run for his first touchdown of the season. Arkansas finally got things going as quarterback Felipe Franks found Mike Woods for their first score of the game. The Hogs would score again as Franks fired his second touchdown pass, this time to Devion Warren, to cut Arkansas's lead to just 17-12. Leading 20-18 in the fourth quarter, Bo Nix would find Anthony Shorts for a 17-yard touchdown pass to get Auburn up by 9 with just 14 minutes to play. Arkansas would make a furious comeback as Franks threw 2 more touchdown passes to put the Hogs up by 1 with just over 5 minutes to play. With just seconds to go, Auburn tried to stop the clock with a spike from Bo Nix, which was recovered by an Arkansas player. On the replay, Nix fumbled the snap and threw it behind himself, which by rule is a backwards pass. The play would stand and Anders Carlson would step up and hit a game-winning field goal to defeat the Razorbacks by a final score of 30-28.
Quarterback Bo Nix spoke after mentioning how tough the rain made the passing game and how it affected their play calling, as well as his praise for Tank Bigsby and Anthony Schwartz.
Definitely the rain. It was raining hard on us there for a minute, especially in the first half. Probably as bad as I've ever played in a game as far as the rain. And so we just tried to run the ball, and I felt like we ran the ball very effectively. We had some good long, sustaining drives that turned into touchdowns. We got a huge blocked punt for a touchdown, so that kind of sparked us. And then, I mean, like you said, it was dry there in the second half, and we were able to open up the call sheet a little bit more, and we were able to run our offense and run it productively. It makes my job a lot easier when he's running the ball like that, and obviously Tank has been a huge weapon for us the past few weeks, and we're really getting to know how good of a player he really is. And run after run after run, it's like he never goes down. And he's young, he's still got a lot to learn, but the effort, the intensity, and the playmaking ability is definitely there for him. Yeah, Flash is always there. You know he's going to be extremely competitive. He's going to fight to the end. And when he gets the ball, he can make a lot of good things happen for you, and that's just what we try to do today. And obviously Seth was a little limited in practice, but he played the whole entire game, and I don't think it bothered him or affected him any as far as his play. And we just got out there and we were productive. We hit plays when it mattered, and we got the win.
Freshman running back Tank Bigsby was the go-to man all night, having 146 rushing yards and 106 kickoff return yards. He got his first start for his Auburn career and racked up his first 100-yard game. Bigsby praised the offensive line's performance and discussed his future plans for improving his run game.
We had a good week in practice. They were practicing their butt off. They got tired of what everybody was saying. They stood up to what they had to stand up to today. They pushed, and they didn't stop fighting. So I just give it to them boys. They was in the trenches and they won, and I thank them. Thanks for doing everything they was doing today. If you ask me, the game I played today, it was all right. I could have did a lot of things better. Pressing, being more patient. I could have did a lot of things better. Working on getting in the end zone, running the ball more physical than I was running. It was an all right game to me. I'm just really glad we won. I'm okay with my performance, but down the road, hopefully, I know it'll get better. It means a lot to me. I be very hard on myself and expect more from myself, but it was real good to have my first 100-yard game in college. I continue, and hopefully I have more to come.
Head coach Gus Malzahn praised his team for holding on and getting the win. The Tigers had 3 out of 4 captains not play, but Malzahn was happy with how his team adjusted and played.
A lot of times it's how you win. That's what I told our team. These SEC wins, especially this year, are not easy. You look around our league and our guys found a way to win, and I think we can take that. It'll help us, later in the season. We had a lot of guys that weren't playing. Matter of fact, 3 of our leaders didn't play, and it was just kind of next man up. We had Troxel, Shivers, Eli Stowe, Big Cat, KJ Britt, Jalen Simpson. And, of course, we lost Jordan Peters early, I think, in the first quarter, too. But our guys stepped up, and found a way to win. Give Arkansas credit. They played with great effort, and, I thought they did a super job coaching, too. But we're very happy to have this victory. Well, I thought they did a good job. Austin Troxel had a good week and got injured during the week. We didn't know if Brodarius was going to be able to play, and I think he was able to do that, and I think he played well. And you look at the rushing yards, and we talked all week about being balanced, and we got to be able to run the football. And I think we had 259 yards rushing. So I think the offensive line really did a good job tonight, running the football. Yeah, no, I just kind of gave him that look and kind of gave him a fist bump. He knows. He's a great kicker and one of the best kickers in the country. And he was looking forward to that. You could see it in his eyes. And we did a good job with the snap and the hold, and started to rain a little bit there, and our protection held up. And game-winning kick. At home in the SEC. It doesn't get much better than that as a kicker, and that'll help him moving forward too.
Kicker Anders Carlson was named to the Lou Groza National Collegiate Place Kicker Award, Stars of the Week list for Week 3, following his performance in the Auburn-Arkansas game on Saturday. Carlson made a 39-yard field goal with less than 20 seconds left, securing the win for Auburn. The junior also scored from 47 and 25 yards and made 3 PATs for a 12-point game. Despite missing from 34 in the drive before, Carlton redeemed himself, becoming a hero for the Tigers. The award is named for the National Football League Hall of Fame kicker Lou the Toe Groza, who played 21 seasons with the Cleveland Browns. Groza won 4 NFL championships with Cleveland and was named NFL Player of the Year in 1954.
Tank Bigsby was named to the Paul Hornung Award Honor Roll this past weekend following his strong performance against Arkansas. Bigsby touched the ball 28 times and racked up 268 all-purpose yards in Auburn's win over Arkansas. Bigsby rushed 20 times for 146 yards, caught 4 passes for 16 yards, accounted for 7 first downs, and returned 4 kickoffs for 106 yards. The Paul Hornung Award, presented by Texas Roadhouse, is given annually to the most versatile player in major college football by the Louisville Sports Commission and football legend and Louisville native Paul Hornung. The winner will be announced in March 2021, and Auburn quarterback Bo Nix was also named to the watch list following Auburn's win over Kentucky. When we come back, we will preview Auburn's next game against South Carolina and hear from some Auburn players. Keep it right here. You're watching Sports Night in Auburn.
The Tigers' next matchup is an SEC East versus West battle, as the Tigers travel to Columbia, South Carolina to take on the South Carolina Gamecocks. This will be the Tigers' second road game of the season, as well as their second 11 a.m. kickoff. This will be the 13th meeting in the all-time series between the teams and the 9th since the Gamecocks joined the SEC in 1992. Auburn leads the series 10-1-1 and is 3-0 in all games played at William Bryce Stadium in Columbia. This will be their first trip to Columbia since 2011.
Head coach Gus Malzahn previewed the matchup against South Carolina, saying they have a strong defense, especially in third down defense. Malzahn said he expects all guys to practice this week, excluding KJ Britt, who is out indefinitely after thumb surgery. He mentions how they will be working more and more to get the ball to Anthony Schwartz.
First of all, like I said Sunday evening, and we're happy to get a home victory last Saturday. Getting ready for South Carolina. They're coming off a very impressive road win in our league. When you look at them, they've got 6 returning starters on offense and defense. Really what stands out to me about their defense is, they're one of the top in the country in total defense. They're third in our league. Their third downs, I think they're first in the league on third down defense, so that's going to present some challenges. And then you look at their offense. The running back, Kevin Harris, runs extremely hard. The receiver, Shi Smith, is a very electric. And their quarterback, Colin Hill, I'm very impressed with him. He's a big guy that has a real strong arm. So, real solid team. Yeah, we expect him to be out there at practice today too. So, as a matter of fact, I expect all of our guys to be out there back at practice other than KJ Britt. So now we'll see what that means, as far as, how they progress during the week. But it'll be good just to have him back on the practice field. Chad's learning a lot about his guys. He's got 3 games under his belt. And I think just like anything else, I think the offense will have an opportunity to improve each week, not just in red zone, but third down and first down and all that. So, that's the goal. I do know this, early on in the season, we really have worked hard to get the ball to Flash, and we felt like after looking at last season, he needed more touches. So I think that's a real positive. And you can see him, he's really starting to come on. And then you look at Seth, and we think Seth's got a chance to be one of the best receivers in the league also, and trying to get him involved. So what you'll see is it'll be a process, and you'll see more and more guys get involved. And, a lot of times if they're going to single those guys, we're going to keep throwing it to them. And if they do a little extra, well, then you use your common sense and you start getting it to other guys. So I think with both of those factors, I think you'll see more and more touches for other guys, throughout the next 7 games.
Defensive back Smoke Monday spoke, saying he has confidence and faith in the Auburn defense. He stresses how important it is for everyone to do their job and stay focused. Monday emphasized how tough SEC play is and how it's important that the new guys learn quickly and adjust well.
And we really just focus on going out doing our job. I feel like a lot of people is skeptical about our defense, but I feel like if we can go out and just everybody focus on their job, do their job, play their gap, play their man, I feel like we have a great defense. It just comes down to like the effort. That's one thing about our defense. We always play with great effort, physicality. We just gotta continue to build on whatever we're doing good that week into the next week. That's all. I mean, it will mean a lot for me. I mean, they're doing the best they can right now. I feel like there's a lot of more guys that is unproven. I feel like they're going to shock a lot of people in these upcoming weeks. I feel like they've been practicing very hard every week. They just got to get the rhythm of things. We got a lot of young guys up in that front four. So once they just get the rhythm of things, just getting that flow of how the SEC moves, that'd be perfect for us. It is whatever coach put on the game plan. I feel like we're going to go out and execute it. If he has me doing it, I mean, I'm fine with it. But if he don't, I'm just going to do my job. That's the main thing that this defense got to focus on is doing their job. So I'm just prepared for anything. I mean, with the SEC, you're going to learn fast because once you get thrown in that fire, like I did my freshman year, you don't have no choice but to learn. So I feel like that progression every week. Coach T. Will is doing a great job with developing those guys like he always have. I just feel like they just got to get on the field and see how it moves, see how it flows, get the rhythm of things, like I said, and that'll be fine. Yeah, it's a lot different. Try to keep everybody spread out, not close together. There's a lot of things that the Auburn staff does to keep us healthy and safe from this COVID, and I feel like they're doing a great job with it.
Wide receiver Seth Williams mentioned how important it is to convert on third downs. He also mentioned the depth of the wide receiver core and how if anyone gets hurt, multiple guys can step up. His keyword is execution and how important that is in Auburn's success.
I've seen that they're really talented. They're not an ordinary group of freshmen. They can get in there and get their work done. When we flash and shed and they'll blow, they can come in and like they never miss a beat. If anything happens to one of us, it's good to know that they can come in and just fill the spot in and like they know what to do and we can count on them. Just convert on third downs, we just gotta execute. Execution has been the main focus this week, and we know like we've been struggling to execute. We just gotta do the little things to get us there. We got a lot of potential. We still got some things to work on. We're not all the way there yet, but it's just like the sky's the limit. We always talk about it all the time, and like it just like go back to execution. When we execute, we can get things done, and we just lacking execution right now. So just meshing together, just still getting the flow of things. Just still early in the season, a lot of things like happen. We just got to mesh together. That's all it is. Just getting the ball on the perimeter. We got a good perimeter game. We get out in space, let Flash catch the ball and just run. We got good blocking out there. Me and Shaq can hold it down out there for him. We're not really worried about like away games or nothing like that. We just take every game as the next game, and we're just gonna fight like we normally do. Like we're not worried about the crowd and anything, like the atmosphere of just away games. We just take it as the next game and we approach it.
The Tigers have an 8-game winning streak over the Gamecocks, which is the longest acting winning streak over an SEC opponent. The Tigers look to extend that winning streak to 9 as they take on the Gamecocks this Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time. The game can be found on ESPN. Now let's take a look at how the SEC is ranked in the AP poll. Alabama remains as a top representative for the SEC, holding it down at number 2. Georgia is close behind at spot number 3. Florida dropped to number 10 following an upset loss to Texas A&M. That win also allowed Texas A&M to jump to number 11. Auburn is number 14 this week, and Tennessee holds it down for the SEC at number 18.
When we come back, we will take a look at what else is happening in Auburn athletics, including information on tennis, volleyball, and equestrian. Keep it right here. You're watching Sports Night in Auburn. Auburn women's tennis ended the Music City Scramble with 5 more wins on Sunday. They were able to secure 4 singles wins in their 6 matches. Ceylon Ovunk shined for the Tigers, getting a 6-3 and 6-2 win over Tiffany Fickett. She also came out perfect in singles with a 3-0 record. 3 other Auburn tennis players were able to get their second win of the season. Georgia Axon and Taylor Russo both took their matches to tiebreakers, and Yu Chen defeated Kelsey Mays with a score of 6-2 and 6-1. The double team of Ansari and Ovunk were able to get Auburn's first and only double wins of the weekend with a final score of 6-4 against the pair of Kurtz and Lee from Vandy. Russo and Azon lost 6-4 to Vanderbilt team of Cruz and Staff. Auburn will be back in action in Tuscaloosa from October 23rd to 25th to compete in the Alabama Invitational.
The 2-time defending NCEA and SEC champion Auburn equestrian team kicks off their 2020 season ranked number 1. According to the National Collegiate Equestrian Association preseason poll, the selection committee announced Wednesday. The Tigers continue to hold the top spot and have been ranked number 1 since the end of the 2017 season. South Carolina and Georgia are 3rd and 4th, while Texas A&M comes in at 7th. They are set to begin their season this weekend. The team kicks off its slate on the road versus South Carolina. The Tigers and the Gamecocks will go head-to-head at One With a Farm in Blythewood, South Carolina on October 16th. The Tiger season consists of just 3 SEC matchups, and while it's not the typical season, the team is grateful to have 3 opportunities. Head coach Greg Williams said, "While it is a very abbreviated fall schedule, we still expect to face the high level of play in these 3 conference meets. Having 3 SEC meets in a row was a fun focus for us this year, considering the circumstances of today's reality."
Auburn volleyball will also begin their season in their near future. The Tigers are set to play next Wednesday, October 21st, where they will take on Florida at 7 p.m. in Auburn Arena. The Tigers are under a new head coach, Brent Crouch, and Auburn fans should expect to see some changes in the program. Crouch used the word aggressive when he described how the upcoming season will go. The tempo of the offense will be much quicker, Crouch said. On defense, they're basically just unleashed to go block everything everywhere. More aggressive blocking, more people up in more situations. Across the board, it'll be a fast, aggressive style of play. He also said everyone will jump serve and the Tigers will have more attackers present on the court. Auburn Fall's schedule consists of 8 matches, 2 each against Florida, South Carolina, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Competition will resume in the spring. Crouch said, "We are excited to start playing somebody other than ourselves, see where we are, and get some competition under our belts. To be able to do something and feel safe about it, and we do, is a real gift."
The Auburn baseball team is set to begin fall practice week. Practices are closed to media, but head coach Butch Thompson and select players will be available on Zoom after. Auburn returns 7 of 9 everyday position players and 11 pitchers who appeared in a game last season. At the top of the list are the team's 2 returning hitters, Rankin Wally and Ryan Bliss, as well as entire outfield of Judd Ward, Kason Howe, and Stephen Williams. Returning pitchers Cody Greenhill, Jack Owen, Richard Fitz, Mason Barnett, and a crop of others look to carve out major roles on the mound. 11 newcomers also joined the team over the summer, who ranked high as number 14 signing class in the country. It marks the 5th straight season Auburn has brought in a top 15 recruiting class. Auburn athletics remain focused on providing a healthy and safe environment for all. Updates to health and safety guidelines will be provided when available.
When we come back, we will take a look at how Auburn is performing in the NFL. Keep it right here. You're watching Sports Night in Auburn. Carlton Davis continues to shine as he has gone 2 straight weeks with an interception. The third-year player intercepted Nick Foles in the first quarter of Thursday night's game and ran 34 yards. Davis now has 3 interceptions on the season, which is tied for the lead in the NFL, and he is the first Bucs player in a decade to have 3 interceptions in the first 5 games. Davis has also had 7 tackles for 2 passes defended in Thursday's game. Jack Driscoll, who made his first NFL start earlier into the season, was thrown into the lineup on Sunday when a teammate suffered an ankle injury in the third quarter. The offensive tackles played 27 snaps to the Eagles' loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Former Auburn kicker Cody Parkey, who is now in his 7th season in the NFL, had a perfect game on Sunday. He made all 3 of his field goal attempts and went 3-3 on his PATs. His biggest kick of the day came in the 4th quarter when Parkey nailed a 46-yard field goal to seal the victory for the Browns. Parkey has yet to miss a kick this season and is 7 for 7 on field goals and 17 for 17 on PATs. Daniel Thomas was given an opportunity to play Sunday when 2 safeties left the game for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he took full advantage of the opportunity. And after only playing 1 defensive snap in the team's first 4 games, Thompson played 28 snaps against the Houston Texans and finished tied for the team lead with 7 tackles all solo. That's all for Sports Night in Auburn, but for more Auburn sports, head to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com. We'll have everything you need to know to stay up to date on all things Auburn sports. I'm Mackenzie Collins.
And I'm Taylor Strohmeyer. For even more sports, follow our Twitter at EETV_sports and follow our Instagram at EagleEyeTV. Good night and War Eagle.